What's up, YouTube? This is me. This is the Stardust Gamer TSG, whatever you want to call it. Today would have been a day I do KOF Monday, but no, I'm not gonna do K. I'm not doing KOF Monday today because there's something bigger than video games right now that is really bothering me, and I want to address it. I want to address this because this is a personal issue for me, but it's a personal issue for everybody who's been through what I've been through. And yes, this is a life story. This is actually a life lesson and story at the same time of who to trust and who not to trust. And it carries. And I'm gonna ask all y'all, and I know most of y'all either y'all might not be religious, and some of y'all may be religious. I would ask you guys to go the priest. I'm not telling you. I'm not demanding you. I am asking you to please read the Bible because everything I am saying does apply to the Bible right now. Earlier this morning through afternoon, I was minding my business. Sorry about that. My nose is itchy. So let me repeat. Let me go ahead and say what I was going to say. This morning, well, this afternoon, technically, I was minding my business, and I got in a phone call. I got a phone call from my friend. His name is Michael, and he has a YouTube channel too. But he doesn't post on there all like that, or does it? I don't know. But me and him, we spoke. We spoke for at least like an hour. We spoke for at least close to 2 hours, probably more than that. And he was telling me about how a guy who was friends with him and who happened to be who was friends with him and who was friends with me at one point had did some had did some um, shady and snaky stuff to him by stealing his music, because he's a music guy. He likes to produce music. He likes to write lyrics and stuff. So he's been my friend Michael has been getting slandered by this guy, and they were stealing his music. And and then on top of that, when he told me that, I was fired up too because it reminded me of a story of a person I used to be, who I had hung out with, who happened to be a snake. And the person who I used to hang out with, his name was Malcolm. And he's a snake. I found out he was a snake because one, he didn't have my attention. He didn't have my intentions. He didn't have my intentions, nor did he had me in consideration. And this guy here, who I know, didn't have my friend Michael respect and all that stuff in consideration either. Now, and now fast forward to, I had a three-way call with him, myself, and another friend, another guy who I now no longer am friends with. We was all talking. I told the person in question, I told the person who was in question that you're hanging out with a guy who is a snake, who is a thief, who likes to steal from people, and tries to get people into situations they shouldn't be in. And I didn't, and I didn't, and and then I tell you guys, he got mad. I mean, he didn't get mad, but he felt some type of way. Try to blame everything on on my friend Michael. Try to say that, oh, Michael did shady stuff in the past, and Michael owned up to it as a person. He owned up to his stuff like a man, and he's trying to move on because yes, God reached out to him in a dream, telling him tell him to watch to be careful who his friends are, and be careful of deception. And he found out that there was people around him, not myself, but people around him who was who was set up a deception, set up conning him, trying to steal from him, everything like that. And so we had a discussion about it. We had a lot of discussion and everything like that, and we was both upset. We was in our feelings, and you know what? using our feelings for the right reason, because I don't like betrayal. I've been betrayed on more than one occasion by people, by people who I thought was friends but turned out to be snakes in the end. And we was going there, we was talking, like we was talking about a thing that I brought up, and this is a real thing called the peer syndrome, where you don't want to be an adult, but you have you're an adult but have a child's mentality, or the herd or gang mentality, herd mentality, where you're trying, like you're an adult but over here having street mentality, like you are go out here game bang and everything like that. So I'm gonna open up something about me that most people know or didn't know about me, which even, and it's even a shot to anyone who know me but don't really know me, who didn't really know me like that. But I used to be a game banger. I used to be involved with gangs. I was involved with gangs for a while. I was an angry young man at one point. I was pissed. I was so angry. I used to blame the world for all the problems that happened. Blame the world for my late brother who passed away now over 20 years ago. Um, blame the world for my grandmother's passing, which is also because I'm emotionally close. I was emotionally close to my grandmother, and yeah, um, I had dealt with people who didn't like me, and I had dealt with people who wanted to use me for their own gain and everything like that. That also led to a life story I told on YouTube about a certain person whose name will not be revealed because he has a YouTube channel, and I'm not looking to start a war with him. I'm just saying I've been used by him too. So I also, not so long ago, and this is what made me. This is not the only thing that made me go on and and talk about this. This is another thing that brought me up to talk about this was I was playing offline. I was playing a game called Terror for the PlayStation 4. And for anyone who doesn't know what Terror is a MMORPG that is fun, but it's fun, but at the same time, there's people on there that can be very toxic towards characters, towards people, and I was like I wasn't technically I wasn't really playing offline, but Mrs. Stardust gamer, who is not on screen, because I'm not gonna she doesn't like to be on screen on my stuff, was playing Terror because that's one of her favorite games. And yes, and I do get on her. I admit I don't. I admit I do get peeved. I get more than peeved when I see her play from sun up to sundown. But today I wasn't peeved at her. I was peeved at I was peeved at some people who was making comments of an adult kind towards another person on there. And I'm not gonna reveal her name. I'm not gonna reveal her name either, because she's been through enough. She's been through enough. She's been through enough troubles with people online and stuff. So Mrs. Stardust added her as a friend and was defending her. So when she told me that, I got on. I got on and I got online. I got on Terror, and I had said, like, I had got on. I said to this that y'all, as a AO, y'all need to stop bullying this girl. And y'all guys don't do it to a real man, because you know why? Because none of y'all have fathers in your life. Because if you have fathers in your life, your fathers where it took you to the shed and made you understand that you don't disrespect women online or in person. Period. And I don't play with it's bullying. I don't play with bullies. I don't play with the bullying game. I had dealt with people who tried to bully me. I dealt with people who try to bully people who I know. I don't like bullies. I never had and never will like like a bully. I also don't like toxic masculinity too. So I don't like toxic masculinity, but I'm not anti red pill. I know people who are red pill who are actually the nicest people I have met. And I'm saying this shout out to Doctor Red Pill because he's actually one of the few guys who is part of the red pill community who I actually respect. He's actually cool. I don't. There's a lot of red pillers I also respect too. Like shout out to True Story, who also is like he's a red pill guy who reads about who had read about wives who cheat, wives girlfriends all who cheated and everything like that. But in my heart, I'm actually a gamer. I'm a game. I always been a gamer. I'm a gamer first. I mean, no, I'm not a gamer first. I'm a father first. A gamer second. Yes, this is a shock to everybody. Also, yes, the Stardust gamer is actually a father in real life, and as a father, I have to protect my child from bullies. I also have to protect my nephews and nieces from bullies. So in other words, yes, the Stardust gamer has a family. I don't talk often about my family online. I don't even talk often about my family on YouTube. Why? Because I don't want the focus to be always on my family. But yes, believe it or not, I don't tolerate bullies, and I don't tolerate people who betray other people. And those who betray other people, and I mean, for all you guys who are huge into the Bible, should know the name Judas. I don't respect people who become Judases to other people. And I say this because one, when you grow up around a snake pit, you're gonna have a lot of snakes around you. It's what you do. It's what you do that keeps you from becoming a snake yourself. So I'm gonna leave you with this. If you are a Judas, don't come around me, a person of God, because I am God's personal weapon against all types of evil. No weapon against me shall prosper. No weapon shall prosper against me, because I am the living weapon of God. Punch that like button, subscribe, and comment, and stick to your principles, and keep grinding and motivate others. If my words could get out to somebody else, I consider it a success. Peace.